President Trump has widened the global trade war he started since retaking the White House. He's announced a 25% tariff on all cars.
US President Donald Trump has announced a 25% tariff on all car and light truck imports into the country, saying the move would spur growth in the American economy.
The consequences could be very bad. Germany is an export-oriented economy. At the same time, currently exports are struggling. We see in today's
US-EU trade war how Germany's response could change the global economy. In March 2025, the Donald Trump administration imposed 25% tariffs on European car imports, calling it a measure to protect American manufacturers. However, Berlin's response turned out to be much harsher than expected. Germany, supported by France and the EU, is ready to announce unprecedented retaliatory sanctions that threaten the stability of transatlantic trade. Germany, which exports $35 billion worth of cars to the U.S. annually, BMW, Mercedes, Volkswagen, has seen sales plummet due to the new tariffs. But instead of making concessions, Berlin announced its readiness to introduce symmetrical duties on American cars, as well as to limit the import of agricultural products, corn, soybeans, and technologies. The German economy minister openly warned, "We will not allow our auto industry to be destroyed. If the U.S. chooses protectionism, they will get a response." Under German leadership, the European Commission is discussing a package of measures including digital taxes for Meta, Apple, Google, up to 5% of turnover in the EU, Boeing's restrictions in response to Airbus subsidies, quotas on American gas, which will hit U.S. exports. France added wine and cheese to the list, threatening to block their supplies to the States. In parallel with the EU's actions, Canada is preparing to reduce energy exports, oil, electricity, to the U.S. Together, these measures could. Experts paint a grim scenario. If the EU and Canada really do synchronize their blows, the American economy could get a double shock. An energy shortage from the north, plus the closure of technology markets in Europe. Some analysts are already recalling the trade wars of the 1930s, which worsened the Great Depression. Others point to a possible split in NATO. After all, how can you be military allies while waging an economic war? Now it all depends on who will be the first to waver. Trump, famous for his love of winning at any cost, or the German Chancellor, who needs to save face in front of his voters. One thing is certain, the world will never be the same after this trade storm. As one Brussels official, speaking on condition of anonymity, put it, "We can no longer trust the United States as a reliable partner. Even if this crisis is resolved, the rift in the transatlantic relationship will remain forever."